What's going on, everybody? This is Mike with FilmFacet, and we're live. Not really, because I haven't figured out how to do a live stream yet. So this is what it would be if I was doing that. I'm just recording, and we're just going. And there's no breaks, there's no editing, it's just me live. Except you get to see it not live. So having said that, let's get into some things. You know, on my Facebook page, my Twitter, when I start the day, I kind of go through these certain websites and I post stuff on those pages, and this is basically what I'm doing. Although I'm not going to be posting stuff, I'm going to be talking about the stuff I would have posted if I wasn't doing this video. So first, there's some things I have not seen. I became aware of Richard Dreyfuss's grievances with new diversity requirements for Oscar contention. I saw that this morning, and I kind of figured that he'd have some things to say. So let's get into that first. That's the first order of business. Richard Dreyfuss slams new diversity requirements for Oscar contention. They make me vomit. I think I know which way he's going on this. Positive or negative? Oscar-winning actor Richard Dreyfuss issued some criticism for the Academy and their new diversity and inclusion standards, saying that the updated requirements for Oscar contention make me vomit. Dreyfuss's comments came during a wide-ranging interview on PBS's Firing Line with Margaret Hoover, in which the actor discussed civics education in the United States. He's a big civics guy, and has been for years. He's been going on different talk shows and talking about this, and talking about civics dying in this country, and he's very concerned about it, as we should all be. Partisan discourse in the Academy's Diversity Inclusion Initiative. He said, quote, "It's an art. No one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is. What are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that." Dreyfuss told Hoover. You have to let life be life. I'm sorry, I just think there is a minority or majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. So basically he's saying, so because of people's feelings, I have to go through this. I have to jump through these hoops now, which is a bunch of crap. And it is. The 4 new diversity inclusion standards were first announced in 2020. They will be instituted for the upcoming 24 Academy Awards, with 2 of the 4 needing to be fulfilled for a valid submission for Best Picture. The 4 standards are described as expanding on-screen representation, means, okay, I have to have a lesbian, I have to have a gay guy, I have to have a transgender, I have to have a black person, I have to have an Asian, I have to have a Latino. And if you don't meet those requirements, you're not getting an Oscar nom at all. No matter if your film is brilliant or not. Dreyfuss's comments continued with the defense in Laurence Olivier's performance in the 1965 feature Othello, in which the English actor played a Shakespearean lead in blackface. He said, and I quote, "He played a black man brilliantly. Am I being told that I have never had a chance to play a black man? Is someone else being told that if they're not Jewish, they shouldn't play in The Merchant of Venice? Are we crazy? This is so patronizing. It's so thoughtless and treating people like children. Exactly. This is where we've gone back to. We got to treat everybody like little kids. And it's funny because right now adults aren't treating kids as kids. They're treating them as adults, like trying to talk to them about gender at the age of 2. So children aren't allowed to be children anymore. But we have to treat these motherfuckers as children because we don't want to make somebody feel uncomfortable and sad. What a bunch of shit. So, this article goes on to say Dreyfuss's most prominent credits include Jaws, Close Encounters, American Graffiti, Mr. Holland's Opus. He won Best Actor for the Goodbye Girl back in '78. So, he also had some comments about controlling curriculum and banning certain books in public schools. He said, and I quote, "I think we're cowards. Republicans send their children to schools hoping and praying that their children will come back. Republicans and Democrats send their children to school urgently praying that their children come back as Democrats." The idea that a parent would walk into a public school and say, "I don't want my children exposed to opposing views," that's wrong. No, you absolutely should be a common ground on both things. Not let's put your child in an echo chamber and see how he turns out. So, and that's the end of the article. I absolutely agree with Richard Dreyfuss on this. We are losing our minds. We are becoming a soft society. Well, we already are. We already are. Okay, let's look at Guardians of the Galaxy and how much it made this weekend. It says Guardians of the Galaxy's Volume 3 post-credit scenes suggest even more sequels that Marvel has yet to announce. Well, who knows? So this is not about the box office, because this is what happens when you're live. You just click on something and, oh, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So it's not the box office, but we can find that. We can. So I guess we can't because it's not showing, but I can tell you what they did on Friday. Okay? Guardians came in number 1. It earned $48.2 million on Friday. I have heard it has made, so far this weekend, this is Sunday, so we got a whole nother day of earning, but it has already made $114 million in this country. I'm not sure what the international is. But as far as Friday, it has made $48 million. Super Mario Brothers movie keeps making lots of money. They are halfway to $1 billion, $503 million. Evil Dead Rise is number 3. It was number 2 last week. It probably shouldn't have even been number 2 because horror. You're kind of limited when you have that R rating, aren't you? So, Evil Dead Rise has made $50 million, which is pretty damn good. I'm thinking they're going to make another one. Okay, there's a movie called Love Again, which bombed. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. That's a stinker. It's only made $10 million. John Wick 4, Holding Tight at number 6. It's at $178 million. Air has made $49, but it was limited release anyway. And I think it's on Amazon right now because they made it. Dungeons and Dragons is doing pretty darn good at $90 million. We're going to see a sequel. Limited release Sisu, which I really want to see. It's like John Wick on steroids, but it looks really fun, very violent, but it looks like the type of movie I would have seen back in the 80s. So it is not doing probably as well as they'd like for Lionsgate. It has only made $4.7 million, but it's in very, very limited release. Okay? So check that out when it comes out on streaming next week. Or in 2 weeks. It won't take long, because it doesn't take long for movies to go from the theater to streaming, or the theater to Blu-ray, or the theater to cable. I remember way back when, back in my day, I remember it took 6 months for movies to go from the theater to home video, and then another 6 months to go from home video to movie channels like HBO. Well, now it takes about 3 months for it to hit HBO. So, I hope they don't ever wonder why the box office isn't as good as it used to be. That's why. That's a pretty good, that's a big reason why. Okay? So here it is. Guardians of the Galaxy 114. They're projecting $282 million for the worldwide box office, which is really good. I guess a couple days ago, we're going to get into the strike, guys. We're going to talk about that, because I haven't made a video in about close to a month, and some things have happened. It has made a lot of money, and I think that it will continue to make money. I know a lot of people are talking shit on James Gunn right now because he's taken over DC, and a lot of people don't like what he's doing. I think it's fine. I think what DC was doing before was the wrong thing. Zack Snyder is a hack. Yes. So I'm excited to see what he's doing there. Of course, his first DC movie is going to be Blue Beetle, and it looks really good. So we'll check that out when it comes out in August. So I think it's all roses if you're James Gunn. Okay. So let's look at this. The MTV Movie Awards will not be live because of the writer's strike. You think they would have had the script done by now. It's just talking points for presenters, right? So I guess tonight they're going to be showing it tonight. I don't know when they filmed it, probably on Thursday or Friday. They probably filmed it. the MTV Movie Awards are trash anyway. They always have been. It's basically popular choice, right? Like, well, they used to have like the public people would, I forget what they call that. It was an award show, like the Critics Circle Award or something. I don't know. Anyway, people could vote in, and they used to run it on CBS all the time back in the 80s and 90s. Anyway, it's like that. It's like a popular choice, best on-screen kiss. Who cares? So here's another, I guess, Drew Barrymore was going to host it, and then she bowed out because I'm supporting writers, which is fine. Should support the writers. Because since the beginning of time, Hollywood Studios has tried to screw the writers at every chance they could get. They're probably very excited that AI has arrived, and and AI software apps are going to start writing scripts for them. And oh, look, we'll just have to hire a punch-up guy to punch up this script and polish it off, and then we will have to pay a fraction of the cost. No. Okay? They have to strike to make sure that shit doesn't become a reality in Hollywood. So again, it's Hollywood being Hollywood. I just want to touch on this just for a second. But I guess the striking writers were mocking Wednesday star Jenna Ortega, who's completely oversaturated right now. She's like in everything, just like Pedro Pascal. Okay, guys, take a break, because we're sick of seeing you. So she said that she had let's. So Ortega, who has earned plenty of critical and fandom praise for her deadpan portrayal of OG Goth Girl, Wednesday Addams, previously made headlines for saying she helped improve the writing on her show. The writer of BoJack Horseman, Nick Adams, tweeted earlier in the week, Jenna Ortega better be back from New York for her afternoon shift on the picket line. Of course, he's joking, because she's not a writer. So the Bear writer, Karen Joseph Adcock, added, "Rewriting is writing. See you at the line, Jenna." She won't be there. She's off making more bad Scream sequels. So I thought that was funny that they ribbed this fucking bitch. Anyway. So yes, the writers are striking. It's a good thing. But it's only a good thing if it really affects Hollywood's bottom line. Right? Like, they're not going to get anywhere if they resolve it quickly. Because what they're asking for is reasonable. And the studios don't want to give them the reasonable things they're asking for. So fuck them. I'm totally on the side of the writers. I think they're a dying breed. We see AI coming. One of the frickin' Russo brothers was all excited that AI is here. I can't wait. In 2 years, they'll be able to make their own movies. Like, oh wow. So you can just sit on your ass and watch them, and watch these apps create your movie for you, and you don't have to do nothing. That's because, from what I can understand, the Russo brothers, both of them, are a couple of fucking hacks. Okay? So, there's that. No, I just think as we keep moving forward, the artist is dying. They're dying right now. Okay? Look at all the CGI crap that we got. Anymore, you can't tell if that's real or if it's fake. That's because we live in a fake society. Meaning, a lot of people go to a lot of trouble to appear someone they're not on social media. Like, it's all fake, but they set all this stuff up, and then they'll take a bunch of pictures, and then, what you don't see is all the people behind them trying to make sure the shot is correct and trying to make it look as real as possible, and then it's just fake, guys. Most of the stuff you see on social media is fake. And people get outraged by the things people say on TikTok. But let's remember, 9 times out of 10, they just want attention. That's all they want. So I'm going to say the most outlandish, fucked up shit you've ever heard. And I'm going to put it on TikTok. And it's going to go viral. And I'm going to have a lot of followers because of it. Because people like that. And people like me. And gosh darn it, people like me. No, they don't. They don't fucking like you. Okay? So, there's that. So really, that's the things about that. That's what we have today, guys. We have a bunch of fakery going on. And a lot of the fakery is the wokery that's going on. The message. It's all fake. We have to make decisions based on how are these people gonna feel? I don't want to do anything that's gonna make people feel sad or bad or depressed. Just like Dreyfus said, it's just it's all fake. So yeah, kind of looking through this, honestly, it's just all about this stuff. So this makes me laugh. This movie has been in trouble well before now, and there's like, Marvel hits pause on Blade due to writer's strike. No, Marvel hit pause on Blade because they know what they have currently sucks. It's not going to be good. It's going to be bad. If they were smart, they would do a proper adaptation of Tomb of Dracula. Not this Blade shit. Okay? So anyway, they're blaming the writer's strike on it, but honestly, this film project has been a train wreck since day one. So, when it does come out, guys, just know it's going to be bad. It's not going to be good. It's going to be shit. So, So this is the type of shit that I say to myself. And now I can just say it to you guys when I'm doing this. Now, I do it daily, and I'm not going to do this daily. I might do this once a month. But that's kind of it. We're going to move away from that one. I did hook up TMZ, which I don't post a lot off of there, every once in a while. But we're just going to kind of look at it. I don't know what this is, but it looks stupid. Yes! A couple of dipshits. I don't, usually TMZ shows a lot of dumb crap. So, I'm just going to register that as dumb crap. So this is kind of what I do on a daily when I'm posting to my social media accounts. And then I make comments, this and that. Usually it's in text form. So we already saw some stuff. There's some other things I probably could have gotten to in this video, but it's Sunday. It's almost noon. I got some stuff to do around the house. Yeah. So I'm going to go do that. And you can watch more of my videos, I guess. So, anyway, this is Mike from FilmFacet saying, have a good Sunday. See you sometime. I can't tell you when, because these videos are just basically on the fly, and I don't have a schedule. But